Good morning, Garjos. This is Gaëlle, founder of the Rockstar Mindset. I hope you're well. And I am with my partner. I'm going to say partner this day.
Hello, everyone.
And you know what? Today we're going to speak about something I believe is something not easy for us as women to share our story, but for your audience, for your community, it's amazing. This is a way for them to connect with you and to learn more about you and to see that you can really help them. So, Henriette, I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, just to share one of your tips.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I think one of the things that really stood out for me in the beginning when I started my business is that I had no story to tell, and I didn't feel that my life story and how I started my business was really relevant in any way. And I was a little bit shy as well, okay? So I had this little bit of fear of sharing my story and being vulnerable as well with it. But then I quickly realized that as soon as I started sharing my story with people, with my email list, and I really started connecting with them, so many people came back to me. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this about you. And oh, this is really amazing because I know this and I've done this. And people really connect with certain elements of your story. Not always with your whole story, but they really connect with you. And that's how you establish the relationship. And one of the things that I do in particularly is now realizing how important your story really is when I do my podcast interviews, the first thing I do with those guests that I have on my podcast is for them to share their stories. And I call it their success stories. And the reason I'm doing that, number one, is for them to share it with the audience so the audience can connect with them, but also to see that these people didn't just become successful business owners, overnight. It took them some time as well, so people can resonate with that and get inspired and motivated with success stories. So the tip that I want to give you here today from this is not to be shy and not to shy away or even feel scared to share your success story with everybody. Everybody is unique. Everybody's got their own story. But once you start sharing that with your audience and with people around you, you'll be so surprised with the connections you're going to make.
And I'm going to add that when you share your story, you just giving to your community the why of your business. What's happening in your life to have decided to build a business this way. And your why is so important. It is connecting to your values, is connected to your mission and your purpose. And I do believe that a lot of people out there, they don't know what they want. They don't know their purpose. And they just wonder how can they find it. And to be honest, I do believe that it's when you open yourself, you shift your mindset to something new, different, and unconventional, that your purpose will find you. But in the meantime, because they're so eager to share their lives, listening from you, your story, your experiences is what they're going to love. And me, it's the same, when I hear a story about someone that I do not know, it's really a genuine connection, a genuine way to learn more about this person and really to connect on a human level. Okay? Because sometimes when you start to become an entrepreneur, we can be seen, of course, as expert and reputable and credible. But sometimes there is this kind of disconnection with your audience and community because they think that you're so here that you cannot connect with them. When in fact, it's because we are all human beings and we all have these experiences, and stories that you can connect with them because you went through the same experiences, the same barriers, the same fears. And you are in a position now when you can share all of that and help them.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Gaëlle said, you connect on a personal level with so many people then. Remember, people don't connect with brands, people connect with people. And that's why your success story or your story even is so important. Now, the tip that I want to give here, in particular for those who's just starting out, because this is normally where you start freaking out and you go like, well, I don't have a story to tell yet because, I'm just starting out my business. What can I tell them? They might not see me as an expert yet. Well, that's not really the case, because you can tell your story as to how you're starting up your business. There are so many other people around you who's in exactly the trenches with you, exactly the same trenches as you are in. And by you telling your story, they're going to connect with you in so many ways, where they go like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. So what are you doing? You know, where are you now? In what stage are you within your business? And not just that you're going to start connecting with your audience, but you're also going to make possibly some great friends. And I think that's really important, because once you are honest about your story and you are telling people, listen, I'm in the beginnings phases of my business, it's going great, I'm struggling with this, you know, it's normal. And being vulnerable with that as well. You don't have to say that you're already 20 years down the line when you've actually just been, you know, 2 years in business. Be authentic with your story and let people know the truth and be honest about it.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Henriette. Yeah, it's a question to show up as who you are, really and truly. People want to see the real you, not the one that you can build with your business, your authenticity, your passion, where you're coming from. And that's why I ask you to be kind with yourself as well. Because it's not necessarily easy to do it, because it's a question of self-discovery and self-reflection. But when you do it, when you do this inner work, this is where you truly see that people will connect with you and will respond to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's not maybe going to happen immediately, but it will be. It will be,
Yeah.
because your story is unique. You know, this is what makes you in a certain way, and you are in a position now when you share your story to rewrite your story in a other way, in a beautiful way, in a more happy way. But this is where you have to start. Share first, connect with your audience, and you will see. You will see the question of believing in your story as well, in your obstacles, in your emotional resilience. You have everything right now to share your story. I'm just
Yeah.
asking you from a place of love, you know, to give yourself permission to write your story. Yeah.
Go for it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't add anything more to that apart from just take action and just go and do it. If you haven't shared your story yet with anybody in your audience or on social media, make a plan of it. You know, just write a couple of paragraphs. You don't have to start from when you were a baby and tell your whole story up. I mean, leave that for you when you write a book or autobiography.
Yeah.
But just write a couple of paragraphs and just write it in a way that you would talk to somebody, to make it very easy. And because that's what makes stories so important. You just write a couple of paragraphs as if you're talking to somebody, as if you're telling your story to somebody who's standing right in front of you. And then just post it out, put it on Facebook, put it on social, send it to your email list, and you'll be quite surprised with the responses you're getting. But take action. That's always key.
Yeah. And the last thing I would say, when you do that, you inspire your audience and community to do the same. You know,
Absolutely. Very good point.
to show up as you are, to be inspired, and to go after the dreams and goals. This is what I noticed. From my experience, more I was showing up online, more I was visible, and more I was really going after my dreams and what I wanted. And more people told me that, yeah, you're so inspiring. I love what you're doing. You grew up so much. So, you know, it's like you are a kind of lighthouse in the darkness sometimes for them. And when they see you this way, you motivating them to do it. And this
Yeah.
is beautiful. To the end of the day, I do believe that we all want to be motivated and go after our dreams.
Go for it.
Do you want to? Oh, maybe we're going to speak about something.
Yes. I was hoping you would say that. Otherwise, I was going to pitch in.
Oh, it's fine.
No, that's fine. So, what we just wanted to say is we obviously have an amazing workshop for you tomorrow. It's absolutely for free. It's called your Online Visibility Workshop. And this is where Gaëlle and I are coming together. And we are just giving you some amazing tips and strategies. We're going to talk about mindset. wellness. We're going to give you some strategies together so you can really start being more visible online and attract more clients and customers. And like we said, we're doing this absolutely for free. Gaëlle's got some fantastic things that she's going to share with you. If you're overwhelmed at the moment, she's going to sort it out for you instantly. Honestly, that's how good she is. But we really want to invite you to come over tomorrow. It's going to be 5 p.m. UK time. The link will be below in the comments. Is that right, Gaëlle?
Yeah.
So we really just want to help you. We're not selling anything at this workshop. We're just coming, being there authentically, and just wanting to inspire and motivate you to be online and to be visible, and also to share your story.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well done. Yeah. This is exactly that as well. But yeah, it's really to make your visibility as something easy, effective, and joyful. And at the same time, to get the result in your business, to have more clients and opportunities. And we're doing it every day. So I do believe that if we can do it, you can do it too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we will see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, have a fantastic day. And I send you so much love. Henriette, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.
Bye.